Good morning, SoFlo. Welcome to the show. Jason Carter here. Thank you for watching today. And starting things off, Loni Love has been filling our televisions and hearts with laughter and love for years. The Emmy Award-winning stand-up comic and actress spent her early years at Prairie View A&M University, where she was immersed in an incredible community of Black sororities and fraternities. And she joins us now from Los Angeles this morning to talk about the importance of those organizations to Black culture. Loni, welcome to Inside South Florida.
Good to see you, Jason.
It's good to see you as well. I'm seeing you everywhere on TV, on social media. You stay booked and busy. We love to see that. Loni, let's talk about HBCUs and sororities and fraternities. You are a proud alumnus of Prairie View A&M University and a cherished member of Delta Sigma Theta. Why are sororities and fraternities so important to the culture?
Well, you know, there was a time when African Americans, you know, it was a hard time for them to get into predominantly white colleges. So they made predominantly historically Black colleges. And with that came the fraternities and sororities, because they were still dealing with so much racism, even in that type of system. And so they wanted to form a brotherhood and sisterhood, and especially with sororities, because, you know, the African American women at that time were not only dealing with racism, but also sexism. And so that really birthed the Black, sororities and fraternities, and we call them the Divine Nine because there are 9 of them. And each one is different and unique and special. And but it gives you a network of people that are, you know, educated, a network of people that even after you graduate, you still have this brotherhood or sisterhood and helping to network and navigate through life. And so it was needed, you know, and still needed at this time.
Who are some of the Black luminaries in your life that has shaped who you are?
Michelle Obama is very, very much someone that I look up to, because her being the first Black First Lady, I know that, and you know, the thing is to have to deal with what she dealt with politically. I've always looked up to her. But just to give you an example of why it's important to have inclusion and representation, when she became the first Black First Lady, I was on the talk show, still am, The Real, and she invited us, the show, to the White House. And that was the first time that a daytime talk show had ever been invited by a First Lady. And for her to pick us because of the inclusion and diversity is just an example of why it's important that we have representation and that representation matters. So I really look up to Michelle. I think she holds a very high standard. I mean, even in the face of adversity, in the face of trouble, she tells people when they go low, we go high.
Right.
And I said, okay, girl, but I'm gonna meet them in the middle sometimes, Michelle. And she says, Loni, don't do that, Loni. But so she's one. Another person that I really look up to, and she is my sorority sister, is Angela Bassett, the actress. Yes. Angela is just, you know, she illuminates positivity, she illuminates class, but also being a woman in the business that we're in, Jason. I mean, for her to continue to say, you know, I'm going to be ageless and timeless and still work. And so you see her executive producing the hit show on Fox, 911, which is a very physical, demanding job. It becomes very successful. This is what happens when you know your craft, when you know who you are, and you start to produce. And so I look up to her, people like her, people like Viola Davis. I met all of these wonderful women, and even, you know, Vice President Harris, because I am part of the Divine Nine, you know, you have a responsibility. She asked me to come up to Detroit. This was late last year, to be part of a rally for the vaccines. And, you know, so we call it, when you're a part of HBCUs, it's kind of like you lean on the shield. So right. She calls me up and she says, come on up and help us, because that's your hometown of Detroit, and speak. And it was just an honor to be able to speak to my hometown, to open for the First Lady. So these are all the connections, and all of these connections, you know, whether they be political, entertainment, or personal, this is what we do to try to be representative of this country and to get it to the path where everyone is important, everyone is represented.
Like they do say, it takes a village, Loni. What is your message for the community this Black History Month?
This Black History Month, I want people to understand that we celebrate Black history every day, but in February, we focus on it for a reason. And it started out as Black History Week with W.E.B. Du Bois. He started it out as that. And then it actually, you know, expanded to the whole month. And in this month, we celebrate, you know, and we learn more about Black cultures. We learn about not just Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, but we also learn about, you know, Claudette, who was the person that was before Rosa Parks that also refused to remove from her seat. So it's things like that. The reason why we need Black history is because we're continuing to learn more about it and dig deeper. And that's why this month is so special to us. It's not only just for Black Americans, but it's for all Americans, so we can all have a deeper understanding. When you don't understand your history, you're failed to repeat it. Right. And that's the words of Martin Luther King. So that's the reason why, you know, Black History Month is so important to celebrate, especially in the month of February.
Loni, when are you going to come back to Miami to spread some of that Loni Love here in the
I know. I gotta, you know what? I'm really busy filming and doing projects, but when I go back out on the road, I will definitely hit the spot. I love South Florida, wonderful laughers, wonderful people out there, and I miss you, Jason.
I miss you too. Together. Well, Loni, I see you every day on Daily Pop, The Real, I mean, from TV shows to, I mean, you're just killing the game, but that's the reason why you are the Emmy Award winning Loni Love. Such an honor to have you on Inside South Florida. Thank you so much, and happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.